Welcome back to the Black Bastard Video Podcast. It's your host, Max Road, the video hunting shark, rewinding takes, checking out trailers, and getting rid of any videos we no longer want nor need. Well, you're going to get to it? You're going to say something? You're going to talk to us? Or you're just going to rewind tapes, check out trailers, and get rid of videos and all that? You can't do that. You can't come on the podcast and just relax and not say much. What kind of podcast would that be? You know, not all of us are looking at you. In fact, I don't really like looking at you. You're not someone I want to look at. I don't mind listening to you, but I don't want to look at you. I listen to you in my car. You got an annoying face. Your face is annoying. Therefore, I much rather listen to you. But even your voice is slightly annoying. You make great points. I'll give you that. But audibly, you are nauseating. In fact, I'm thinking of not listening to you anymore. As stated before, I'm certainly not going to look at you. But I think I'm not going to listen to your podcast anymore. Yeah, maybe I'll just sit here and watch Herbie the Love Bug. I almost said they should remake this. They did. But it was a reiteration. It wasn't a remake. You know? A remake is when, like Psycho, with Anne Heche, rest in peace, and Vince Vaughn. That was a remake. Shot for shot. Character for character. Now, many people hated that movie. I understand what they were doing. When you got such a great story, and the original came out 30 years previous in black and white, there are people who do not like black and white. And won't give it a fair shot. So they remade the movie for the modern day audience. Like Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the 2000 one, which I absolutely love. It's a movie I watch every summer, just about. I also believe that's a reiteration. I don't think it's a remake. But to bring back my original point, Herbie Fully Loaded with Lindsay Lohan, that's not a remake. Right? Like if I make a cupcake and I use the ingredients I am to use to make this cupcake, right? Chocolate cupcake with vanilla icing, whatever. And then I remake the cupcake. Shouldn't the cupcake be made the exact same way? All right, so we're gonna continue on going through tapes and see if I want to keep them or not. Hopefully, there's some trailers on here. I threw on Three Faces of Eve, and there was a trailer. I was surprised. Oh, yeah, by the way, and I pulled this out because I'm bringing this up because I'm pulling out this Jane Fonda startup. Not Pump Up. Pump It Up. As I stated before, I'm not good at movie reviews, so I'm going to do my best and just give my take on the substance. People are calling it an instant classic, and it is. There's a reason, however, why it is an instant classic. I don't know this for sure, and I am not even going to look into this movie because it's going to take away from the gravitas. If I go on IMDb and I look at all this information on it, it's just the movie, the magic of the film will go away. But I will say this. I don't know this for sure, but it feels like it. It pulled from a multitude of films. And I'll try to remember the ones that I thought of while watching. I even thought of these movies before I even saw the film, when I just saw the trailer. Death Becomes Her. The Witches. Frankenhooker. The Elephant Man. And Really But Not Really, a Lindsay Lohan remake, or redo, reiteration. Freaky Friday. And like I said before, I'm not going to sit here and go through the film and talk about the film because I want you to see it. If you see the trailer, you should be compelled to go see the movie. You don't need me. I'm going to say it was excellent. It was absolutely excellent. The ending was absolutely surreal. I mean, the whole movie was surreal, but spoiler alert. I hate when people do spoiler alerts and they literally go right into it. Like, yo, give me a break. Give me a second. Spoiler alert. When the shit is hitting the fan at the end of the movie, and the audience is watching, you would think that they would jet out of the theater. or the theater, or the setting, the show setting, whatever you call it, the studio. But they sat there. And what I feel that they're saying is like the audience is just as effed up as what we're seeing on stage. They're not going to leave until the credits roll. And one more movie, I would say, Carrie. Now I've gone into spoilers. I will talk a little bit about the movie. I will say this. She brought it on herself. What I feel the point of the movie is just be happy with what you got. Be happy with what you got, because it could get a lot worse. I know this. I definitely know this because there was a point in my life 5 years ago when I wasn't happy with what I had. But I was able-bodied. The last time I had broken a bone, I was 7. I ended up breaking my leg in 2 places at this point 3 years ago. It's almost 4. My Lord, it's a fast 4 years. Confined to a corner for 3 months. And just wishing I could go back to an hour before I broke my leg. To be that normal version of me. I'm fully healed. I can actually run. And granted, I never was a runner, but I can't run the same, but I can run. And the little bit of pain that I have when I go into, when I start taking stride, I don't complain because I know it could be worse. It also brought up the fact that there's no substance you can take to get back what you feel you lost. Now that feels like, that sucks. Yeah, it does kind of suck. But having the knowledge is what doesn't. And if you recognize that you cannot go back, you can live a very happy life. So the substance could be anything you want it to be. It could be a coffee, which I'm trying to wean myself off of. It could be weed, which I've weaned myself off of. It could be a movie. But the simple fact is we're human, and we have an inability to be content with what we got. Say one last thing. What you find important, I don't. What I find important, you don't. Like all my worldly possessions, they don't mean shit because they're not yours. I will say that is the one thing I do like about sealed copies, is that no one has watched them but me. Everything that's open behind me, someone else owned. Someone stopped into a store and bought this. Popped the cellophane off, popped it into the VCR. God knows how many times they watched it. Alright, so this is Clash by Night. Marilyn Monroe is in this film. A very young Marilyn Monroe. Barbara Stanwyck got top billing. Robert Osborne with the introduction. Why? Because it's a Turner classic. Turner classic. TCM. Let me tell you something. TCM is what got me back into movies back in the year 2018. Nearly 7 years ago. Black Bastard Video started off as the Fresh Box. It was a artist studio. I would draw, make music. That's what you want to call it. What the hell's going on? Is it not rewound? It's rewound. Huh. Yeah, I would just have TCM playing in the background and it was a vibe. You know, however the world is right now, much like I'm saying with the substance, however the world is right now, appreciate it. Appreciate it right now. I don't care how high eggs are. You know, I don't care. You appreciate this. I say that because Turner Classic Movies, if you were a premium subscriber, was free in 2018. 1 year later, no longer the case. You had to get a NFL package. This is with Comcast cable. You had to get the NFL package in order for you to have Turner Classic Movies. And their reasoning was this: no one was tuning in to Turner Classic Movies. Yeah, right. Everyone was discovering Turner Classic Movies. And you guys realized that you were losing money. That's what happened. So I'll be on the lookout for these. Anytime I see these Turner Classic Movie, look at that. How cute is that, huh? Anytime I see these TCM, got an RKO radio pick, I'm going to purchase them. So I'm not going to get rid of Clash by Night. Refill on the coffee. I thought you were kind of trying to wean yourself off the coffee. Nope. All right. We have a MGM hitter, one of the greatest remakes. The year we make contact. The year we remake Contact. There's a Contact remake? We got 2010, the year we make Contact. Space Odyssey Part 2. Sorry, I put my hand all on your face, but I gotta check the time. I've got to leave in 1 hour. So this might be a long podcast, you know? I do have my clothes in the dryer. There's that. All right, I want to talk a little bit more about. I'm going to talk a little bit more about the substance. I'm sure there's people who didn't understand why they chose the for it to be like her job as a fitness entertainer. I don't know what the hell it's called. It could have been anything. It could have been anything. Whatever that we watch on film, where we much rather there be a hotter young woman, I'm pausing to think because look, personally, I like movies that have an older woman as the lead. I like Halloween. I like I want to go Sigourney Weaver to come back. You know, I like in Aliens. I like that because my mom is 67 years old and she kicks butt. And there's actresses that remind me of my mother, like these badass characters. They remind me of my mom. And my mother did go see Halloween, the newer ones with the older Jamie Lee Curtis. And I dig the fact that my mom is in the theater watching this older woman kick ass, and she's having a good time because that's her generation up there on up on the silver screen. But I know that's not how the entire world thinks. The world wants to see hot, young ass. And not realizing that this hot young ass is going to be old ass. Hell, even the young hottie in what the hell's the movie? The Substance. Sorry, it's not a household name yet. Jesus Christ. First of all, Demi Moore and whatever that lady's name is, they're both playing characters that are 10 years younger. Demi Moore is 61. Her character is supposed to be 50. And then the actress is 29 years old in reality, playing what looks to be a 21-year-old. Nothing is what it seems. I myself work in an industry where I'm around young people. They rather I lie about my age. And when I tell them my age, they get freaked out. I'm 43 years old. In April, next year, I'll be 44. No one wants to hear that. They want to hear that I mean, how often do I get? Sometimes I thought people were lying to me or something. Or I thought you were 28. I thought you were 29. I thought you were 31. And they're like, you telling me I could sit up here and lie? And just live my 20s over again? Live my 30s over again? I've never been that guy. I can't lie. I don't lie about the money I make. I lie about anything. I don't know what that movie is, but I like it. I just wish these guys weren't here. But there's always guys on The Substance. There was a couple guys on the show. This is what the hell? Pretty much. This is Laurence Olivier, Hamlet, the 2000 release. I had this tape in my bathroom for like a year. Just, you take a leak, and Laurence Olivier is looking at you. You know, oftentimes I'm amazed at the quality of a Laserdisc. I'm always like, because it's old, it's not going to work. Every time I throw on a new Laserdisc I haven't watched yet, I'm always in anticipation, like, this is going to be crap, this is going to be crap. And then it's like, yeah, it looks good. Now the thing with these older movies, much of the time they just get straight to the point. I know, we've watched this before. Okay, I got a confession. I had to clean up my image. I got I would say, for me, a good job. Maybe for the next person, be like, it's whatever. For a guy like me who's gone through what I've gone through and done what I've done, the fact that I work at this conglomerate of a company, it's like, who are you? Granted, I'm not like some, I don't have a top or not even clothes. I'm not anybody, really. I'm really not anyone. But the fact that I work for this company, it's amazing. So I had to clean up my image. And I was saying all kind of crazy, I still say quasi-crazy, I say quasi-crazy stuff, man. I still say quasi-crazy things. You're absolutely right, Chet. You're absolutely right. But I was dropping a lot of F-bombs. I'm bringing this up because I had a podcast before this podcast. I call this season 1 of Black Bastard Video, but no, this is honestly probably season 10. But that R-rated, X-rated version of me is gone. I can't have that out there, so yeah, I had to clean it up. I had to square up a bit. And it's good because I'm too old to be as reckless as I once was. It doesn't come off as like endearing. It's very off-putting. We all gotta grow sometime, man. Dude, you just threw the movie in. You didn't even tell us what we're watching, man. Alright, man, calm down. Angels with filthy souls. I mean, angels with dirty faces. You know, this cover is good. This cover is better. It's a scorcher outside. 80 degrees. Could you imagine someone of today watching this workout tape? I don't even know if you guys can see it. Whatever. It's boring. I mean, she's not doing anything sexy.
I might ask you the same question. A woman pretending to be a man, pretending to be a woman?
Hey, John Cleese, 1990s, is not funny. Marty, Rob Roy, leaving Las Vegas before that.
Just put your lips together and blow.
Maggie, the cat is alive! Are you any pride?
No pride at all. That's the luxury a woman in love can't afford.
Think. Ain't nobody a chance to find the best to feel some abandonment. They call me.
With that little hands. Bourbon at Alcatraz, Thelma Louise. White Heat. Rain Man. You hang out with a young lady, she's like, I don't know any of this. What are you talking about?
All about
Like if it was 1995, you would.
Of the big town, as packed with drama and danger as the squalid street of some native quarter. In the heart of this melting pot of crime stands an oasis, where one man struggles against the forces that turn his loved ones to lives of violence and shame. Into this atmosphere walks the most ruthless character you have ever seen on the screen. A killer returning to the slums that nurtured him, and to the man who, strangely enough, had been his boyhood comrade.
I think Malcolm McDowell stole so much from James Cagney for his role in A Clockwork Orange.
Morning, gentlemen. Nice day for murder.
Where's Frazier?
Where's that $100 grand?
Think we're going to pay off, huh?
Exactly. If I don't get that dough in 3 minutes, Fraser's going to be splashed all over the best hideout in town.
I'm going to use your case as a crowbar to pry open and uncover this cesspool. I'm going to force the law, corrupt or not, to indict and prosecute and bring to light of day this entire filthy mess. Asking questions again, huh? Some of these days you're going to stick your nose in, you're going to get something in it.
Well, I only thought it was...
Shut up! Now look, you don't know anything about this, see?
No, I don't know nothing.
But you do know what guys get who talk. Yes, Laurie, we both know him. I've known him since we were kids, 6 years old.
Why are you trying to send him to prison for life? You can't do that to Rocky. I won't let you.
You see, Laurie, there's all those other kids from the streets whom I don't want to see grow up like Rocky. You see, Laurie, they have lives too. I can't throw them away. Sullivan picked me up at my home. He's got everything that was in my safe. Account books, receipts...
What's the trip is Humphrey Bogart is in this movie with the Dead End Kids. But he's also in another movie where he plays a gangster returning to his Brooklyn neighborhood. And the Dead End Kids are in that movie.
But it's got to look like an accident with that priest.
Leave that to me.
Like this, I couldn't stand by and watch him shoot you down, Rocky.
I would have preferred for the theatrical trailer to be after the movie. That's what they do on Laserdisc. All right, we're going to do one more, and we're done. Very doubtful there will be any trailers on this. I think we're going straight in. One of my favorite movies ever. Time machine. Time won't give me time. Time is another fear. Ain't got nothing real. Alright, I'm actually going to watch The Time Machine after this. Side A of Herbie the Love Bug ended. So, yeah. I'll save that for I'll save the B side for the next podcast. I already know there's no trailers. You don't know that. Told you. Stop being so negative. Alright, so yeah. Thanks for tuning into the Black Bastard Video Podcast. Your host, Max Road. We rewound those tapes. We checked out trailers, and there wasn't one video we got rid of.